When the lights and camera turn off, I will be here. When the interest and conversation fade, I will be here. When there's no one around, a father will do anything it takes to be there for his son, to protect his family.
Without these special people behind me, I wouldn't have a search. Hello, everyone. Dave Robinson here, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. Thanks so much for joining in with me on this live this evening. I want to say up front, I apologize to those who are on the Instagram side. I think I lost everybody just starting it off. So, like I said, just want to apologize to you guys if you're trying to watch this live. I see 2 people join in and then it just disappeared from there. But if you tried to get on the live, I think the platform that I'm using had some issues. That's why I was late starting. They say it's high traffic. I'm sure a lot of people right now are across the country are really protesting and things like that, and have so many lives going on. So everything's moving. So again, I just want to apologize to those who was trying to watch it on Instagram. But I hope you guys had moved over to the Facebook, the YouTube, and also the X. I don't see anybody jumping in. I'm just really hoping that I'm able to get everybody in. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anybody right now. Let me see here. Before I get started here, I want to make sure that everybody is able to join in. Like I said, I've been having some little difficulty here. I just want to double check some things here. But again, thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. Again, like I said, I'm David Robinson. I'm Daniel Robinson, father. Let's see. I think I have a couple things I can change here to get everybody on. So please hang in there with me, everyone. Let's see here. Yes, I am missing a whole lot right now. Okay. Yep, I think I'm just helping everybody out. I apologize. I'm really not getting anybody on. Maybe just having this live to myself. I'm trying to make sure I'm actually broadcasting right now. If anybody's hearing this and you on the here and you have a you can throw up a thumbs up or something and let me know that you actually can hear what I'm saying. Let's see here. Oh, yes, I think I'm gonna have some issues here. So I'm going to end this live stream right now, and I'm going to start all over. I hope you guys can join in with me. Again, I'm Dave Robinson, father geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. I'm going to stop it and then start it back up again. Oh, you can hear me. I see someone say they can hear me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Can you see me, though? I don't see here on my end here on my Instagram. I am looking and see if anybody can get on. I'm not seeing it on my end. Are you getting any? I see murder demon. Excuse me, murder on day. Can you see me as well? Okay, yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I guess I can keep going. For those who are on the Facebook side, I hope you are able to get on as well. All right, there we go. Anyway, I'm David Robinson, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson, and I'm doing this live today to talk about a few things. I haven't been on a good enough of time to actually even tell everyone about some of the missing Americans that we have in this country. We have over 600,000 Americans go missing, and my son is one of them. It's a statistic that has been going on for many years. Is one of those things that's kind of automatic. You almost know that this is going to happen. That's a sad part and the sad reality that we have in this country is just to have those missing Americans. And I can tell you what, this is a crisis that's been going on for a while. And the sad part about this crisis is that right now, with everything going in the political side of things, a lot of things get thrown on the rug. We don't hear about the opioid crisis that's really plaguing our country. We don't hear about the missing American crisis that's plaguing our country as well. So those things are getting like kind of brushed under the corner because we have one person, of course, the political arena that's actually drowning out all the oxygen out of the news. So we have a lot of families who have missing loved ones who are crying right now today. Over 3,000 Americans go missing a day, 2,000 which are children. We have families right now are suffering and they can't even get the oxygen in the air. They cannot be able to get their loved ones' stories out in the air. So it's people like us, people like myself, it's our job to make sure that people have an opportunity to get their voices heard. And that's what I'm here to do today is to make sure I'm doing my part of getting everyone voice, as many people as I can voice heard. I can't tell you right now, I'm really still trying my best to see why I'm not getting everyone on board. I don't have anyone in the comment section. I don't see anybody coming up on the ticker. So that is concerning me that I'm actually may not be broadcasting the way I should be broadcasting right now. I can't tell you I was running a little late, and that was because we had the platform that I used to stream out kept telling me, hey, look, the traffic is really high, and I guess the bandwidth for them was really, really difficult to get this live off the ground. So I had to stop and wait for a whole minute, wait for another 2 minutes, wait for another a few minutes just to get on right now. So again, I think that may be some of it. I want to make sure that it's actually broadcasting to those on the Facebook side. I'm looking on that side as well to see if you guys are hearing me there. Okay, I do have it here on the, there we go. Okay, so I do have some movement on the Facebook side. I have some movement on the Instagram side as well. From what I was told I hear in the comment section. Let's see here. Just double checking everything, everyone. Okay. And if this don't go the way I need to go, I'm going to repost it anyway. So if you got anybody who missed it can also have opportunity to see this live, and I would shrink it down to this point. Again, I'm Dave Robinson, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson, here today to talk about missing American cases, talk about the upcoming event that I have, America's Son, Candlelight Vigil for my son. Also, the live stream I will be doing on the 23rd. My son went missing on June 23rd, 2021. June 23rd this year will make it 4 years that my son went missing. Like I said, I will be doing a live that day to talk about my son, to do a fast and prayer. And I hope you guys can join in with me on that day on this live stream. But I also have an event that Saturday. And the reason why I did it for that Saturday instead of for, I believe it's that Tuesday on the 23rd, is because, families get off on the weekends. It's a little easier for people to attend. So I will be having that event then on the weekend. Plus two, it's an opportunity for the families who will be attending for their stores to get out there, because we have USC right there in the Vista area of the Statehouse that the event will be. A lot of people like to go on the Statehouse grounds And so I really feel like that'll pull a lot of crowd, a lot of ears, because we all already know it only takes one person to hear a story and share that story. And when they do that, it can a lot of times yield answers for that family. So that part for me is very important to be able to get a family an opportunity to have their story heard and to have their voice heard. So again, I want to let's see here. Go ahead and get started with this. With the Missing American, I want to share a screen with everyone. And again, I hope you guys can see everything. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it up. But I want to start sharing some of our Missing Americans story. And to do so, I would go through a couple slides from Black and Missing Foundation, as well as the FBI and some others. So I really want to share these stories. So I hope you guys do the same thing on your time, on your platforms, on your social media platforms. Find stories and share. There's so many out there. Like I said, over 600,000 Americans go missing every year, 3,000 a day, 2,000 with children. Plenty stories for you to share. So again, I'm going to add this to the screen, and we're going to talk about some of these missing American cases. We have here Adriana Gray, Adriana Gray. And if I say these names wrong, I apologize, you guys. She's been missing since June 6th of 2025. She is now 16 years old. She's missing out of Charleston, South Carolina. She's a Black female, medium complexion. Her height is 5'5". She's 120 pounds. Her hair is black. Her hair length is shoulder, and her eye color is brown. She was last seen on June the 6th of 2025. The circumstances of her disappearance is unknown. Anyone with information can call the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office at 843-524-2777 or Black and Missing Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI. And so you guys, please, if you see or know anything about her story, if you see her out there, please notify the authorities. Please notify someone and bring this child home to her parents. Also, we next have here is Sebastian Drake Rogers. He has been been missing since February 26th of 2024 out of Hendersonville, Sumter County, Tennessee. He was born on December the 7th, 2008. And what I said, the birth used. His eye color is brown or hazel. His weight is 120 pounds. His race is white. He has blonde hair, blonde or brown hair. His height is 5'5", and he is a male, of course. And the FBI offering an award up to $50,000 for information leading to the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Again, you guys, we want to make sure that we bring this child home. And, Sebastian, it says here, was last seen on February 25th, 2024, in the area of Stakeford Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee. He was wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, black square frame glasses. Sebastian has medical conditions, including autism, and may impair his ability to return home safely without assistance. So again, you guys, if you have any information, please reach out to the sheriff's office, the Sumter County Sheriff's Summer County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838, or the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI FIND, or TIPS. So thank you, everyone, for and again, you guys, you can always go back on these slides here, pause it, and get some of this information. And please, let's bring him home. Also, we have here Shakira Bowens went missing on that's October the 9th of 2023. She is 16 years old, missing from Memphis, Tennessee. She's a Black female, dark complexion, 5'9", 130 pounds. Her hair is black. Her length is long, and her eye color is brown. She was last seen leaving the home on Waldorf. Leaving home on Waldorf and is unknown in unknown direction with her sister on October the 9th, 2023. Her circumstance of disappearance is unknown. Anybody with information can call the Memphis Police Department 901-636-4479 or the Black and Missing Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI. Again, there's also a QR code here on the bottom. You guys can, like I say, can come back on this video, pause, or if you can get it now, that's the information there for this young lady. Want to bring this child home. Also, we have here Janiyah McMichael has been missing ever since August the 12th, 2024, out of Gary, Indiana. Her description is her date of birth is April the 28th of 2011. Her eyes are brown. She's 110 pounds. She's a Black female. Her hair is black. Her height is 5 feet. And of course, female. There's a reward offering up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of individual or individuals responsible for the disappearance of Janiyah McMichael. She has ties to Gary, Indiana, and East Chicago, Indiana. On August the 12th, Janiyah Michael was reported missing from her home in the 900 block of Malcolm X Boulevard in Gary, Indiana, by her mother. Janiyah was last seen wearing black pajama pants, a black hooded sweatshirt, and with red black shoes. The investigation suggests she may have been the victim of foul play. So it's very important for you guys to, if you have any information, to report this. Please contact to the FBI. Toll-free number is 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-225-5324. You may also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip online to tips.fbi.gov. Next, we have here with Tanaya Monique Leonard, and she went missing on October the 19th of 2002. Her age now is 23. She's been missing out of Bartow, Florida. She's a Black female. Complexion is medium. Her height is 2'6". Weight is 20 pounds. And her 20 pounds, and her hair color is black. Hair length is medium. Her eye color is brown. So we see the 2'6". We're assuming that she was a baby when she went missing, and she is now 23 years old. Last known location, photo is age progressed. Yes, there we go. Age processed to 12 years old. She was last seen at her home. Circumstances of disappearance, Janiyah was dropped off at her father's apartment by her mother, Ms. Jones. Ms. Jones claimed that that was the last time she saw the child. Michael Lewis, Janiyah's father, claimed that Jones picked her up the next morning, and he has not seen the baby since. Foul play is suspected and a possible disappearance of this child. Anybody have information can call the Bartow Police Department at 863-534-5034 or the Black and Missing Foundation 877-97-BAMFI. And again, you guys, that's the barcode there if you need to use that too. QR code. Also, Asia Jaquilla Degree, been missing February the 14th, 2000, out of Shelby, North Carolina. Her date of birth is August the 5th, 1990. Her hair is black. Her height is 4'6" at the time of her disappearance. She is a Black female, of course. Place of birth is Shelby, North Carolina. Her eyes is brown. She's 60 pounds at the time of her disappearance. With black, of course, her race is Black. The FBI is offering an award up to $50,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of persons or person responsible for Asia's degrees disappearance. Asia has been missing from her home in Shelby, North Carolina, since February 14, 2000. Family members last saw her asleep in her bedroom at approximately 2:30 a.m. and at 4 o'clock a.m. she was last seen by drivers walking along North Carolina Highway 18 in Shelby, North Carolina. She was reported missing by her parents by 6:30 a.m. More than a year later, Asia's book bag was discovered buried along North Carolina 18 in Burke County. The FBI Charlotte is investigating in partnership with the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. If you have information concerning this person, please contact FBI Charlotte at 704-672-6100, your local FBI office, or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Also, we have here LaQuanta Riley, missing on December the 7th, 2003. She's now 41 years old, out of Montgomery, Alabama. She's a Black female, complexion medium. She's 5'6" in height, 200 pounds. Hair is black, and the shoulder length hair. Also, her eyes is brown. Location of LaQuinta was last seen was approximately 11:30 p.m. at her residence in the vicinity of the 1500 block of Hill Street. The circumstances are unknown. She left the residence in a dark green four-door vehicle with unknown number of individuals. Anyone with information can call the Montgomery Police Department 334-241-2350 or the Black and Missing Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI or use the QR code below. Also, we have here Sarah Graham. Sarah has been missing ever since February the 4th, 2015, out of Fairmont, North Carolina. She was her date of birth is April 1st of 1996. Her eye color is brown. She's approximately 160 pounds. She's a Native American. Her hair is dark brown. Her height is 5'4". Of course, she is a female. The FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to the location of Sarah Nicole Graham. Graham has short hair, wears glasses, and has braces. She was last seen wearing a blue Walgreen vest. Law enforcement authorities are seeking information on the location of missing then 18-year-old Sarah Nicole Graham. Graham left her home in Fairmont, North Carolina around 6:30 a.m. on February the 4th, 2015 to go to work at the Walmart in Pembroke, North Carolina, but she never returned. Her van was found abandoned about 12:15 p.m. on February the 4th, 2015 in the field alongside East McDowell Road. If anybody have any information concerning this investigation, please contact the Robeson County Sheriff's Office at 914-671-3100 or the FBI Charlotte's field office 704-672-6100. You may also contact your local FBI office or the nearest American Embassy consulate. Next, we have Mr. Willie Butch Jones. He's been missing since that is July the 5th of 2021 out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And he is now 72 years old. He's a Black male. Complexion is medium. Height 5'10". He weighs 160 pounds. Hair color bald. Hair length is shaved. Eye color brown. Location of where he was last seen. Butch was last seen in the 5600 block of East University Avenue in Little Rock. Circumstances of the disappearance is unknown. There has been a possible sighting of Mr. Butch in Mississippi. Anyone with information, please contact Little Rock Police Department 501-404-3042 or Black and Mississippi Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI, or use the QR code that you see at the bottom. All right, we have Wade Burning Ground has went missing out of on October the 6th, 2024, out of Gary Owen, Montana. Let me see. She was her date of birth is September the 20th, 2011. She has brown curly hair. Her height is 5'4" to 5'5". Of course, she's nationality is American. Her place of birth is Montana. Her eyes color. Her weight is 130 to 140 pounds. Race is Native American. The FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to the recovery of S. Wad Burden Ground. S. Wad Burden Ground was last seen at her family's residence in Garyon, Montana, within the boundaries of the Crow Indian Reservation after approximately 11 o'clock p.m. on October the 6th, 2024. She was last seen wearing a black hoodie with mushrooms on it. It was on it and anime T-shirt, basketball shorts, and purple slip-on Skechers brand shoes. She may have a black and purple Adidas backpack with her. She is known to wear an elk tooth necklace. Anyone information about Miss Swade, Miss Sawad whereabouts is asked to call the FBI tip line at 801-579-6195. You may also contact the FBI, local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Next we have here is Aubrey Bickerstaff. Aubrey Bickerstaff went missing on June the 5th, 2025. He is now 19 years of age, Birmingham, Alabama, black male. His complexion is light. He's 5'8", 185 pounds, with black hair, with short black hair. Eye color is brown. Location of that he was last, Mr. Bickerstaff was last seen was on June the 5th of 2025 in the 1600 block of First Avenue South. Aubrey suffers from a mental condition that may impair his judgment. Anyone information, please contact the Birmingham Police Department at 205-328-9311 or the Black and Mississippi Foundation at 877-97-BAMFI. Or use the QR code you see below. Also, we have here Abby Patterson. Miss Patterson was last seen on September the 5th, 2017 in Lumberton, North Carolina. Miss Patterson's birth is February the 15th, 1997. She has brown eyes. She's 140 pounds. She's a white female. Her hair is brown. Her height is 5'7", and of course, a female. Scars and marks. Miss Patterson has a tattoo of a bird on her shoulder and a birthmark on the back of her right thigh. Patterson was last seen wearing brown shorts and a white shirt. The Charlotte Division of the FBI of Lumberton Police Department in North Carolina are seeking assistance from the public to locate Abby Lynn Patterson. Ms. Patterson was last seen on Tuesday, September the 5th, 2017, around 11:30 a.m. She left her home on East 9th Street in Lumberton, North Carolina, and was seen getting into a brown Buick. Patterson has not been seen since and has not had any contact with her family or friends. Anyone with information regarding The whereabouts of Abby Lynn Patterson is asked to call the FBI Charlotte field office at 705-672-6100 or the Lumberton Police Department at 910-671-3845. You may also call the local FBI office, your nearest American embassy or consulate. Adriana McQueen went missing on June the 26th of 2021 out of Cleveland, Ohio. Miss McQueen hair is black. She's 5'6". She's a black female, and her eye color is brown. She weighs 133 pounds. Her race, of course, is black. And let's see here, the FBI is offering an award up to $25,000 for information leading to the recovery of Miss McQueen and her missing 2017 Nissan Sentra. Ms. McQueen has ties to the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. The FBI Cleveland Violent Crime Task Force and the Cleveland Police Department are seeking information from the public regarding the mysterious disappearance of 27-year-old Ms. McQueen. Ms. McQueen was last seen in her 2017 Nissan Sentra at approximately 7:30 a.m. and on June the 26th of 2021 in the area of the East 131st Street and Harvard Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. Her car was later observed by being driven by another individual with two new bullet hole defects, one in the roof and the one in the rear passenger door. The vehicle appearance had been altered by the removal of the hubcaps and her license plate, and the dealer plates was visible in the rear window. If you have any information concerning the case, please contact the FBI tip line at 216-583-5383. Your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate. You may submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Your identity can remain anonymous. We have Gretchen E. Fleming. Miss Fleming went missing on December 12th of 2022 out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. Miss Fleming's date of birth is December the 24th, 1994. Her hair is brown. She's 5'2". She's American female. Nationality is American. Sex is female. Place of birth is Parkersburg, West Virginia. Her eyes is brown. She's 125 pounds. She's a white female, of course. The FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Pittsburgh Field Office, and the Pettition Police Department in Wood County, West Virginia, are seeking assistance to the public to locate Gretchen E. Fleming. Miss Fleming was last seen leaving My Way Lounge in Parkersburg, West Virginia, in the early morning hours of December 4th, 2022. If you have any information concerning this disappearance, this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Thank you so much. And lastly, everyone, we have Donna Hatfield. Ms. Hatfield was last seen on May the 25th of 2019 out of Boonville, Indiana. Ms. Hatfield is 17 years of age at the time of her disappearance. Her eyes is hazel. She's 125 pounds. Her race is white. Her hair is brown. Her hair color is gray. Her height is 5'4", and she's a female. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, Indianapolis Field Office, and the Boonville Police Department in Indiana are seeking assistance from the public to locate Ms. Hatfield. Ms. Hatfield was last seen in her home in Boonville, Indiana, where she resides with her son on approximately May 25th of 2019. Ms. Hatfield in 2019. Ms. Hatfield has dementia, requires medical attention, and may be in danger. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact the FBI toll-free tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-225-5324, or the Boonville Police Department at 812-897-6542. You may also contact the local FBI office, your nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. All right, thank you everybody for just joining in with me on this to share a missing loved one story. We definitely want to do everything we can to get the word out there for every missing America that we can find. I just want to jump in something really quick now because I don't want to stay on too long, but I want to share with you all this Candlelight Vigil that I have on the 28th. Again, like I said, I will have on the 23rd, I will have to do a live stream to do a fast and prayer for Daniel. The second part would be to, like I say, want to make sure that not just live stream, but get things set for the weekend on the 28th. That's Saturday. And so I'm asking right now, you guys, everyone, if you have a family or know a person who want their story told and they can come out to this very important event, please, just encourage them to come on out. I would like to share their stories. I'm trying to make sure I get this banner up for you guys so you can get this information on the bottom of the screen. Please ask them to join in. We love to share their story. You can go on pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. You can sign up. Even if you can't come, sign up, and we would be able to share your loved one's story, mention your loved one's story out there at the event. If you want to share like flyers and things like that, I will provide an address for you to send those things to, and we can give them out while we're there, the flyers. But again, this event is something that I'm putting together. I put together to help as many families as I can. That's my main purpose and goal for the event itself, is to do that. So I want to jump real quick here on the pleasehelpfinddaniel.com website. So if you guys are watching with me, pleasehelpfinddaniel.com is where you go. Pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. On the page, on the first page, and this is all right now I'm talking about, is this Candlelight Vigil. You come on the front page. Immediately on the front page, you will see the sign up right here for your family. If you have a missing loved one and you want to share your missing loved one story, is right here. This is how you get part of the event. Click on that, and the form will come up for you to be able to, to share information with us, and we can get your loved one story told. You can join the event. This also let us know you're coming, so we can actually, if you have an option there, if you want to speak, I can add you to the list, to the speakers. If you want to speak about about your loved one, you are able to do that as well. You don't have to. It's not a required thing. You just want to come out. You want your story to tell. You want to be able to share your flyers. You want to talk to other missing families with missing loved ones. You can do that as well. So, and if, like I said, even if you cannot make it to this event, I'm encouraging everyone to please sign up. Again, it's on the front page. You sign up for this event off the front page. You need to sign up. And again, even if you can't come, you want to talk about your loved one's story there. We also want to share the flyers. If you have flyers that you want us to pass out, please, by all means, sign up, and then I will give you an address where you can send them to, and I will make sure they're being distributed at the event. Also, if you go here on the events tab, of course, it will take you to this page here, the American Sons Candlelight Vigil for Eventbrite, for everybody who wants to just come out and show support. It's say ticket here, get your tickets. The tickets are free. There's no tickets requirement. I just couldn't understand how to get that off of the Eventbrite, but you can just show up. You can show up. I would encourage everyone to come out. Again, it's 1100 Gervais Street. That is simply put the state capitol, the Statehouse. If anybody familiar with Columbia, South Carolina, it's the Statehouse. The Statehouse, the state capitol. Columbia is the state capitol. It is the Statehouse. And to give you a little idea of what it looks like, this is it here. This is the building, and right here, where you see the statue is where the platform would be, where we will be having, for the speaker, I will be speaking there. Families can come up to speak. We have the resource tables out there. as well. And as for those who are familiar with the location, we will be at the Gervais Street side of the Capitol. So that is the north side. So people say, hey, I don't know which side's the north, south, east, or west. I know this map is showing it different. We can't turn it the other way around because the front part of the Statehouse is on the north side. And that's right there. You see the number 1. That's the stairs that will be located at. You see the number 2 and the 3, that little area right there. All the area there is where we'll be, where this Candlelight Vigil will be located. Is on the Gervais Street side of the building. Again, that is the front-facing part of this building. That's exactly what you see here depicted on this picture, and that's the front. So you see the lawn area there. We have some resource tables in the lawn area there, and things like that. So seating, some chairs for your seating and things like that. So again, I'm trying to get everybody I can to this event. If you got anybody in Columbia, anybody in South Carolina who want to participate, please come out and support the families. If you have any ones you know that have missing loved ones, please encourage them to sign up, and so we can talk about their loved one story as well. If you can't come at all and you still have a missing loved one, you can still sign up, and we can share your loved one's story. Also, everyone, I'm still trying to make sure I have all the resources and everything I need. There's some equipment and things that I'm still trying to push to have at this event. I need donations. So if you're hearing me today, anything count. 5, 10, whatever you can afford. I need all the help I can to make sure that we're not missing anything when it comes to this event. We're getting really close. 28th is coming really fast. I have to start renting things out for this event, and I need some funding. So if you can, please encourage others. If you can't donate right now, please encourage others on your page or your friends, your families. Ask them, can they donate $5, $10 towards this important cause? I really want to make this event what it should be. And I say, thank you so much in advance for those who have already donated. Thank you so much, because I wouldn't even get this far without your donation. So I really appreciate it. To donate, again, you go to the website, pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. I will go right back to the screen here. I apologize, everyone. I put the wrong screen up, but go back to the screen here, pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. And let's see if I can get the screen back up here. All right, I have a little technical difficulties, but let's see here. I can probably get it there. Okay, there we go. All right, pleasehelpfinddaniel.com website. Go back on the website. Like I said, the donation tab is right here. This will take you to the GoFundMe, where I'm trying to raise money for this event only. So again, you guys, please, if you can continue to donate, it's been helping me out. I truly appreciate it. If you guys can help me get even close to the goal, that's fine. I really appreciate it. Every amount count, every little bit count, everything counts. So again, pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. You go to the donation tab there at the top of the screen here, and that will help with this event. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I'm David Robinson, and like I said, I will be playing this video back over again. I'll narrow it down. I have, the front end on. I'm not sure if he even broadcasting on Facebook, or usually I would see people on the ticker. So I'm assuming it hasn't. Everyone who's been on the Instagram side say they have been hearing me talk and see me on the screen. So that's a plus. But I will, like I say, once this last stream is done, I would go back and then I will shrink it so I can post it back again. Again, I'm going to lastly say that I'm also a couple things. We're looking for families. You guys see that on the bottom of the screen. So please encourage families to join in on this Candlelight Vigil. Pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. On that green tab you saw, tell them they can click there and sign up. The other part is for Daniel. If you guys know anyone who's listening and you have a tip about the disappearance of my son, Geologist Daniel Robinson, please use the tip line there on the bottom screen, 844-602-0660. You can remain anonymous. It's live operators 24 hours, 7 days a week. Live operators take your call. If you don't want to talk to anyone, you still can leave a tip. You can also leave an anonymous tip just by texting the word tip to the same number you see on the screen on the bottom here. And a form will come up. You can still, like I say, remain anonymous if you like. That's 844-602-0660. Again, if you guys want to help out with the location of my son, it's time. It's time to speak it out. If you know anything, it's time to talk about it. So we want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can on my part, but you need to do everything you can on your part. I know sometimes we don't want to say, don't want to keep our mouth closed, but we are hurting as a family, and we need some form of closures now. Again, thank you everybody for joining in on this live. I will end this live by putting in two news clips and one from the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith. I will leave those two, and then it'll be the end of this live. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Again, thank you so much. God bless you, and we'll talk soon.
Dawn in the desert. A clear and chilly November morning. We are near the city of Buckeye, Arizona, where a caravan of cars is arriving, carrying volunteers. For the next several hours, they will comb this unforgiving landscape, looking for a young man who's been missing since June of 2021. His name, Daniel Robinson. And leading the search, not law enforcement, but Daniel's father, David.
Where is everybody located?
For 9 painful months, Robinson and his team of volunteers, people he now calls family,
This is my family.
have been desperately trying to find any trace of his son.
He's a very bright, intelligent geologist. Anything that Daniel wanted to do, he would do it. He's born without a right hand, but he found ways to master anything that he wanted to do. You know, he's a geologist. Of course, Arizona is the ideal place.
In June 2021, Daniel had just begun a job doing field work at a desert well site. He'd always kept in close touch with his family back home in South Carolina. But around this time, Daniel suddenly stopped calling.
I tried to call his phone constantly. He wasn't answering.
In fact, the whole family tried calling Daniel. Nothing. His sister in Arizona checked his apartment. No one there.
I was worried. I didn't want to panic because I didn't want my children to panic, so that's when I decided to call the Buckeye Police Department.
The Buckeye PD is a small one with barely more than 100 officers. Nevertheless, they began investigating by first checking the area where Daniel was reportedly working. Nothing turned up. 2 days later, David Robinson, desperate for answers, felt he had to take matters into his own hands.
I just grabbed everything I had, threw it in my vehicle, and just started driving. And I made it here. I came straight through. Left South Carolina, came straight to Arizona.
Some 45 hours later, David arrived in this daunting desert, exhausted, but in a panic. His son was out here somewhere, all alone, facing 3-digit heat, rattlesnakes, and not a soul or building in sight. So on his own, David started searching, and soon made his way to the well site where his son was last seen.
This is where it all began. This is where the whole narrative started. My son drove off into the desert and vanished, maybe from here.
David then met with a witness, a co-worker of his son's, who said he saw Daniel at the well the day he disappeared.
He did tell me that my son seemed like he was looking out into space somewhere, looking out into the desert terrain, kind of staring off, and was acting really quiet. And then he told me my son just kind of waved off to him, got in his vehicle, and drove off.
Where he went and what exactly happened next, no one seems to know. Soon after that meeting, David began recruiting volunteers to help him search the sprawling Sonoran Desert. Every Saturday for the next few weeks, they scoured this barren, treacherous landscape. They have not found Daniel. Then in July 2021, a break, a big one. A local rancher found Daniel's Jeep rolled over in a remote ravine.
When I first saw that crash site, I was really devastated. This place I had to go to and see for myself.
The airbags had deployed. The sunroof looked as if it had been kicked open, perhaps used as an escape route. And this was odd. Outside the Jeep were what appeared to be Daniel's clothes and work boots, his wallet still in his blue jeans. Inside the vehicle was his college ID, laptop, keys, cell phone, and plenty of bottled water. To help make sense of this mystery, David hired private investigator Jeff McGrath, an expert at reconstructing accidents. He has a theory of what might have happened.
There was nothing along this route that the vehicle took into that bottom ravine that matched the damage. It's telling me the vehicle was probably crashed somewhere else. Either moved here or it was continued to be driven, and this was its final stop. Whether somebody stole it in joyriding, whether Daniel was in it, but it tells me something happened somewhere else.
The Jeep has since been moved to a secured location for further analysis, but plenty of evidence still remains of the crash.
I don't believe it was enough to kill, no. The airbags had enough force to do some damage. They strike you in the face, and they come out with a lot of force, and it could cause a concussion, but there wasn't enough violence here in this crash to cause a lethal.
That suggests Daniel survived and was perhaps disoriented and maybe wandered aimlessly into the desert. Could this be other than accidental? Could foul play be involved in Daniel's disappearance? It's something McGrath and David have not ruled out. It's something police have examined too. To this point, there is no evidence of that. None at all. Whatever happened back in June of 2021 has David Robinson now bracing for the worst.
It's hard to say you're searching for your son, walking around the desert with no clothing, no shoes. So I had to mentally put it in my head that I'm doing a recovery. So I need to go find every spot I can out here to rescue my son. He may be hurt, injured, somewhere stuck, whatever. I need to find my son. Yeah, I found something up here interesting.
David is hoping to get more attention, help, and resources from the Buckeye PD, which says this is still an ongoing investigation, although so far not a criminal one.
Okay, so we're still working this side.
He's also tried to enlist federal help. In the fall of 2021, the Buckeye PD briefed the FBI and asked for their assistance. The Bureau recently told us they're still assessing the case. So far, they have not gotten involved. So for now, David Robinson and his team of volunteers continue to search.
I really have faith that somehow God can bless that he's alive somewhere, and I hope so. I am not stopping. He's my son. He's my responsibility. He's a fighter. He never give up on anything. I definitely won't give up on him.
We got some families that we're about to meet that are holding out hope in regards to being able to find their loved ones. Daniel Robinson went missing 4 months ago. This is the last photo his family has of him. He's a 24-year-old geologist, last seen leaving his job site in Buckeye, Arizona. His overturned Jeep and belongings were found in a nearby ravine. His parents, David and Melissa, need our help. We wanted to give you an opportunity to tell us about your son, Daniel.
I had a moment when you showed me his picture.
Yeah.
Just looking at him, it's so difficult. You want to talk to him, you want to hug him. Daniel is my hero. Just reading his text, telling me how he feels about me. Leaving the very last message on June the 21st, telling me how he loves me.
Hey, Mama. I just wanted to see how you're doing. I just want to let you know I love you. And, yeah, we could talk later. All right, bye.
Oh, wow. And that was the last time that you heard from him?
Yeah.
David, when was it that you guys decided that something was not right?
On June 23rd, I received a phone call from my daughter. She alerted me that one of the co-workers came by and was searching for Daniel. We weren't getting any answers to his phone. They said he was last seen at his job site roughly 9 o'clock that morning. And I just knew immediately that things wasn't right because Daniel, he would never, ever not answer his phone, first of all. And the second thing is not tell us where he was going.
Right. I think that's really important because the idea of patterns, I'm really big on that, even with my children. What David is basically saying is that a pattern was broken. And so he saw immediately that this is out of character.
Right.
Something is wrong.
And that's so important for police officers when they start to investigate these cases. One of the first questions they'll ask is was this normal? Was this something he would do? Because the thought is, maybe they're just not calling you. There is this tendency to say, why don't you just give it a little bit?
Right.
You might hear from him. He might come around.
Yeah.
But it's got to be, this is not like my son.
Yeah.
And you are the one who knows your child.
Right.
To have them understand, no, this, what's out of the ordinary.
David, is it my understanding that you've relocated to Arizona to lead the search for your son?
Upon putting in a missing person report with the Buckeye Police Department, they said they was gonna go out, search the next following morning because it was too dark when I called in. And once that morning came and they counseled and alerted me that being that my son is grown, he's an adult, he's allowed to leave. When I heard that, that was unacceptable to me, so I grabbed everything I could and I just started driving. I made it out here and I've been here since June the 26th.
Got it.
I'm searching for my son. We're gonna find Daniel.
Was it difficult to get the police to just take seriously that Daniel was missing?
Yes, even from the first day, you know, we know our son, and you know, it was very out of character. Things didn't add up. It was very difficult just to even get movement. They did a first search for my son, which was 3 days later. I haven't gotten any support from the police department. I mean, nothing. We have been fortunate to get our own cadaver dogs and search dogs, even the aircraft, drones. We've been on it. The searches, full of volunteers. The difficulty has been getting media attention. And I stayed up many nights, emailing, texting, calling, visiting, whatever it took, just to get something going. It lasted for 3 months. 3 hard months.
David, you actually hired your own investigator, right? You're saying the word we, but this does not include the police. You've had to do this independently, right?
That's correct. That is correct. I say we because everybody who come out to the searches, we're family. That's my extended family.
That's right.
Yeah.
We put long hours out there in 118-degree weather. They're dedicated people. The things that I feel, and my son's mother, is the things that the people that serve and protect should be doing. We found ourselves doing it.
When you talk about the searches that you've been putting together, how were you able to do that?
I didn't know anyone when I hit the ground here. I didn't know how to get involved. I never organized anything in my life.
Right.
So I just reached out to any and everybody I could. What I was trying to do is find people who actually knew about the desert conditions.
Got it.
When you found the car, all his belongings were inside the car, correct?
Well, it's a rancher found our son's vehicle, and that was on July the 19th. When I received the call, it was 9 o'clock that morning, the next day after they found my son's vehicle. The first thing the detective said to me was, "Hey, Mr. Robinson, we found your son's vehicle." That just took my breath away, thinking that maybe I'll hear something else horrible. How I'm going to tell his mother. I said, "Okay, when was it found?" And he told me it was found the day before. And I asked him, "Okay, why you guys didn't call me?" "We didn't want to disturb your sleep." That made me uptight. My son's clothing, everything he had on his body was about 3 feet away from the vehicle in a pile. His safety vest that he wore the day he went missing was another foot away. His cell phone was in the vehicle, work computer. His wallet was in the pants pocket in the pile. I know that's difficult for his mother to hear all this. Excuse me, give him a moment. One of the things that struck me the most, you know, my son is only 24 years old.
Yeah.
They're attached to their phones. I know they are.
Right.
And I couldn't see him leaving that behind.
Exactly.
What did the police tell you as to explain? Did they offer any theory of the case whatsoever to try to find him?
Yes, they gave me a not too great of a theory. When I got out there, the detective gave me a briefing. He pointed out my son's clothing on the ground. He pointed out the vehicle's damage. He said that the vehicle flipped and rolled and landed on the side. He told me that there was no blood found in the vehicle, indicating our son wasn't injured. He said that he was wearing a seatbelt because of the way the seatbelt locked, so he knew the seatbelt was on. All the airbags were deployed. He told me that my son obviously escaped out of the sunroof and that he must have had a severe head injury. He was delusional, decided to take his clothes off because head injury make him hot or something or the other. And he just walked off and probably rested under a tree somewhere. And that was his theory.
I think we're all dumbfounded for a moment, trying to think about all the things that do not add up about this. But I keep looking at Mom.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about what every mother sees talking about their child. I know he's 24 years old, but you don't see a 24-year-old. You see the little baby, and you're hearing these things. What are you thinking?
When his father first told me that the vehicle was found, and then they started talking about cadaver dogs, I just screamed. And I just couldn't believe this can't be real. I was feeling like I'm in a nightmare.
Yeah.
I was on the floor. I cried. His father kept saying, Alyssa, it's going to be all right. I'm going to find our son. I'm going to find him. I promise you, I'm going to find him. But I said, I just want him back. I didn't even know what to pray or how to pray.
Yeah.
And then I had to just change that prayer and say, I want him back safe. The thoughts are running rampant in my mind. I'm thinking the very worst thing, that someone is hurting my son. I'm seeing him crying out for me. I'm just seeing these things that he's just really needing to say, help me. I started dreaming about him, saying, Mama, I'm here. Mama, I'm over here. Hurry up. And I'm saying, Daniel, please listen to me. I'm talking to you. And it's saying, Mom, I'm here.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm here. I need to find him. And it was heartbreaking to just go to his apartment.
Yeah.
Very, very heartbreaking. I had to pick up the little hairs off the floor and put them in a Ziploc bag because at least I knew that was a part of him.
Right.
That's all I had.
But one thing I want to really say too, Daniel is definitely not a person that's depressed and down. He's high-spirited, have dreams, and he's a contributor to society. Daniel's a scientist, very smart, very sharp, and we just want him back home. We just want him back here with us.
We want to just give our prayers to you, our love, and, you know, we are wishing you the best in this.
Thank you so much.
A year ago, we launched a series here on News Nation focusing on missing person cases that were not getting national attention. We are continuing that series every Thursday here on News Nation Live. And this morning, we are revisiting a case that still remains a mystery nearly 16 months later. It is the story of a young geologist named Daniel Robinson, who vanished in the Arizona desert. And in a moment, Daniel's dad, David, will be joining me live. But first, a look at Daniel's disappearance. Tonight, we start our series, Missing in America, taking you to where the people were last seen, meeting these families and bringing you their stories. And we begin tonight with Daniel Robinson.
This is the area in Buckeye where his vehicle was found. This is remote. The terrain is extremely treacherous.
Daniel Robinson was 24 when he disappeared, a geologist working his dream job in the Arizona desert. A co-worker says Robinson left his job site on the morning of June 23rd, 2021.
A year ago, we launched a series here on News Nation focusing on missing person cases that were not getting national attention. We are continuing that series every Thursday here on News Nation Live. And this morning, we are revisiting a case that still remains a mystery nearly 16 months later. It is the story of a young geologist named Daniel Robinson, who vanished in the Arizona desert. And in a moment, Daniel's dad, David, will be joining me live. But first, a look at Daniel's disappearance. Tonight, we start our series, Missing in America, taking you to where the people were last seen, meeting these families and bringing you their stories. And we begin tonight with Daniel Robinson.
This is the area in Buckeye where his vehicle was found. This is remote. The terrain is extremely treacherous.
Daniel Robinson was 24 when he disappeared, a geologist working his dream job in the Arizona desert. A coworker says Robinson left his job site on the morning of June 23, 2021. His Jeep, found a month later, crashed in a desert ravine. Robinson's keys, cell phone, and wallet were still inside, his clothing in a pile just outside the vehicle. But no sign of Daniel.
I do my job and find my son. He's my son, I'm his father, and it's my job.
For nearly 16 months, David Robinson hasn't given up on that job, searching the desert and bringing in his own private investigator. They took News Nation's Nancy Liu to the crash site. The investigator says too much doesn't add up, including red paint transfer on the side of the Jeep.
The vehicle was tipped over on the passenger side, so there's no red paint in this area. So how that got there, that's why I'm saying that vehicle did not crash here. That vehicle was, its last place of rest was here, but something was going on with that vehicle.
He notes other inconsistencies in the crash report.
The vehicle had 11 additional miles on it from the time the airbags deployed. It had 46 additional ignition cycles on it after the airbags deployed.
But Buckeye police say there's no evidence of foul play and have resisted a deeper investigation. The private investigator is also no longer on the case, but Robinson has finally convinced an outside law enforcement agency to go through Daniel's computer and cell phones for any clues.
They saw some of the things that I was seeing, and they wanted to look into it themselves.
While he waits for any information, he holds vigils.
As you guys know, I've been here over a year searching for Daniel.
And has organized dozens of searches.
Still don't have the answers that we're looking for. But we thank you for coming out here. It really means a lot to us.
Covering more than 23,000 acres, using four-wheelers and on foot. On at least two separate occasions, volunteers found human remains, which turned out not to be Daniel's.
Even though we didn't find Daniel, but it gave you some relief a little. That, we was able to bring some other families some type of closure.
He raises money on GoFundMe and takes every opportunity to speak about his son's disappearance.
I was here to bring awareness to my son's case.
Even appearing at CrimeCon in Las Vegas. Robinson has created a robust social media presence, a sophisticated website documenting coverage of the case, and weekly live online updates. All to keep his and other cases in the spotlight.
God bless that I have a small platform, especially on YouTube presence, as well as TikTok and Twitter. In that doing so, I'm able to also help other families. I had other families on my Q&A to be able to tell their stories as well.
This Army veteran with a new mission in life, one he says he'll never give up.
And no matter what, we will not leave a soldier behind. My son, he's my son, and I'm definitely not leaving him behind. That's thank you.
Local police investigating continue to say they have no evidence of foul play in Daniel's disappearance. Joining me now is Daniel's dad, David Robinson. David, you and I have spoken a number of times over the last year since Daniel's disappearance. By watching this story again, finding him must be all-consuming. You changed your life, moved across the country to search.
Yes, thank you for having me on. Yes, it's been very trying for me and my family, Daniel's siblings, his mother. It's been very trying being out here trying to get the answers that we're looking for. You can imagine after a year now still searching for Daniel and not having all the answers that we're looking for is very troubling in our mental state. It's really, really hard. Struggling and working with law enforcement on the outside of Buckeye, trying to get more law enforcement more involved to a point where there's an urgency there. I'm still looking for that urgency after a year. A lot of urgency that will definitely give me more answers, but I'm still on the job. I'm still on the job, putting on my investigative hat, as well as being a father, but also being able to help others as I'm taking this journey.
David, I said a moment ago, Buckeye Police, they have a timeline on their website. They say they're still actively investigating, but there's no evidence of foul play. After all of your investigative work and being so close to this case, do you believe that?
Well, according to my investigator, I did hire a private investigator, and all the information that we gave them from tangible evidence of the red transfer paint, for instance, 11 additional miles, pressure on the windshield, the fact that we don't even know it's Daniel's clothing that's on the ground, haven't been forensically tested. Those type things will, in my opinion, based on my family knowledge of my son. I've been there from the time he was born. We have a great indication about the way Daniel thinks. So you put all that things in combination that will suggest foul play. Against what Buckeye Police Department feel, I feel there's more to the story.
And you questioned, David, the timeline as well. What stands out to you that may be inaccurate about the timeline?
Well, one of the biggest things is the person that's last seen a person should be, that story should be vetted very well. And we later found out in my investigation, his story just didn't match the timeline. He said my son left, for instance, the well site at 9:15, but yet my son made a phone call, his final phone call to him at 9:28. Those calls and the desire my son sent a text message to ask for the location came unanswered. So again, like I said, my son called at 9:28. I'm assuming to ask for direction. So the timeline is not right. When the timeline is not right, you really have to scrutinize that story a little more.
David, this is a tough question to ask, and I'm sorry for asking it, but do you feel as though Daniel is still alive?
I have to. That's the only one that's one of the things that keep me going. It's also crucial for my family, his mother. We're people of faith. We believe in God. We believe in miracles. Though sometimes I look at everything that I have evidence-wise that would suggest other things, I still keep that hope and that faith because we don't have those answers of where Daniel's located. So I always have to keep that faith that somehow I'm going to bring my son home alive. And I really want to believe that. And I'm going to continue to believe that.
I appreciate that. And David, as we look at pictures of Daniel on the screen, there's one video that I just love where he's standing outside and snow is falling on his face. He's got this great big smile. I want you to share with people at home your son, his personality, who he is, and what you miss most about him.
Yeah, Daniel's very free-spirited. You probably can tell by the pictures. He's loved by a lot of his friends. He's a very friendly person. He loves nature. That's the reason why he's a geologist. That's why he came out to Arizona. He wants to be able to be in tune with nature. Also, he's a very family-oriented person. He definitely keeps the family together. Like I said, he shows a lot of love to his family. We love him back. One thing I miss the most for me, on my perspective, is having a conversation with my son. My son always come to me. He come to his mother. He calls all the time. We keep in contact with each other. But for me, just having that 2-hour conversation that we normally have, where he's asking questions, he's wanting to know things, he get advice, his entrepreneur spirit, what he want to do in life. He always plan things and always look on the positive light. I miss those things about my son.
And do you think about what you would say to him now if he could hear you?
Yes, of course. I've been here over a year searching for you. I'm not giving up. He's my son. I love him dearly. I'm here to fight. That's what fathers do. He know I have his back, and I'm here for him. No matter what, I'm definitely here and want to make sure I bring him back. And I'm not going to let anyone stop me. I want him to know that.
Amen. David, you have become such a powerful voice for so many other families that you have come in contact with who are also trying to find their loved ones. What has that support and getting to know these families meant for you and giving you hope in your case as well?
Yes. One thing, it's always something light at the end of the tunnel. It's definitely been a long experience. But in that experience, when you're a person that just have a missing loved one in your family, you're unaware of what other people are going through as well. I found out this is not unique to my family. There's other struggling families that don't even have a voice, so be able to talk to people all the time and hear their stories. It caused me to be passionate. I couldn't be human without answering those calls. I just want to make sure that I'm helping the other families as much as I can through my journey, doing everything I can. That's the reason why I have the Daniel Robinson Foundation. as well as other events and things I do to try to make sure I can get other people's story out there. I'm very passionate about that. Want to help everybody I can. It's my duty and my journey as well to be able to do that.
Well, you're a great dad and you've got a big heart, and I know you've got a big support system behind you as well. And the most important thing is keeping Daniel's story in the headlines. We're glad to partner with you as you do that, David Robinson. Thank you for giving us some time.
I appreciate you. Thanks so much.
My best to you. And if you have any information on the location of Daniel, if you have any information in this case, the Buckeye Police Department are still actively investigating. You can also go online to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. And you